Nigel, well done, a good win. What did you make to it?
We needed it first of all, and I thought it was a very competent and composed performance. The 3 points are massively welcome when we've lost 3 out of 4 in the league, but the manner in which we did it was as pleasing as anything today.
Was it a dominant display?
Yeah, I think so. From the first minute, I thought we played well. We were on the front foot. It was just whether we could create enough chances or somebody get us a goal today. Christie's had one long-range shot to save, and very little else, which I thought we defended well, kept the ball well. We just needed a break in the box.
You should really have been ahead at half-time, do you feel?
Yeah, there was a couple bobbing around in the 6-yard box that didn't really fall for us on a different day. Goes off somebody in the net or drops to somebody, and then Hawks had a good chance of the header just before and 1 or 2 other good bits of play. But said to the lads at half time, the only thing missing was a goal. To come and dominate away from home, just somebody's got to go and get us the goal, and it took us up.
What was it overall about today's display that put you in the ascendancy pretty much from start to end?
I think having the courage to play. When you have lost 4 out of 5, and we didn't play. We kept it okay the other night against Bradford, but we missed our 4 big players that were missing. At Hawkins, Quinn, McLaughlin, and Oates. And against a really good Bradford side, that sort of showed. Today we had a couple of them back, and I just thought we got the right team, the right formation, and the subs, as always, made an impact.
What do you have to say about the defensive display?
It was competent, and the only one we were worried about was Perchie on a yellow card, which is why he came off. We're a bit with the subs today because Ollie Clough felt his knee at half time, and he said, "I'll give it a go," and then within 5 minutes he's got to come off, and all of a sudden you've used a sub, and Quinny's only going to do an hour because of his injury. So then you've used your 2, so you've only got 1 more opportunity. So then next time lapses hamstring, so we've got to do the 2 or 3 really. And there was a couple more Perch on his yellow card, and there was a couple more we had to do at the same time. So not ideal with the subs today, but George Maris has come on and won us the game.
Preceding that, what was the thinking with the 4 changes?
Most of them enforced. George Maris, I think, has played every minute of every game recently, so he was ready to come out. The plan was to give George Lapsley a breather and play Will Swan. His hand didn't feel right in training yesterday. He got a whack. Somebody stood on it against Bradford on Tuesday. It swelled up and he was in hospital till about 5 o'clock on Wednesday morning getting it checked out with Tom the physio, and then in training yesterday it was too sore, and then in the warm-up we said, can you go on the bench, and then he was just too conscious of it in the warm-up, so that's why we put Gailey on the bench and changed it, and then Laps unfortunately needed that rest because he's just got a hamstring strain, I think.
Forgive me, I couldn't quite hear what you said about Will Swan's hand because of the tractor.
Yeah, somebody stood on his hand accidentally against Bradford on Tuesday. He went to hospital after the game. I think him and Tom were there till about 5 o'clock in the morning. Just badly bruised. It's still quite swollen now. Didn't feel great in training yesterday, and I said, tell me how you feel in the warm-up. That's why we brought James Gale, and he didn't feel right in the warm-up, which is why we put James Gale on the bench. But Will Swan would have started today if he'd have been fully fit.
Just to confirm, his hand is not broken?
No, it's not broken, no. It's just, it was swollen, it's still swollen now. I think he got a blood vessel or something which made it really swell up on Tuesday, but he should be all right for next week.
Ollie Clark at right centre half today did well.
He did very well. JJ's got a sore toe. He hasn't been able to train for about the last week or so properly. He had an injection on Wednesday morning, which sometimes take a week, 10 days to really kick in. So he wasn't fit enough to start. So we wanted Elliot at right back to sort of give us a little bit of impetus going forward. So Ollie just filled in at right centre half. He's done it pre-season. He did it on, I think, Tuesday night. He's very comfortable and very competent there.
How important is this win today? It
feels big at the moment. First of all, you didn't want back-to-back defeats. That's something we've set out this season to avoid. But when you've lost 3 out of 4, then you need to get a win. So we needed it today. It's funny, we've won 6 out of 8 on the road, and our home form has suffered a little bit in the last couple of games against 2 very good sides, and there's circumstances for that. But we just needed the 3 points today.
Where were you today, Nigel, in terms of being at or near your best?
I thought we were about 75%. Until you get the players, everybody available, and you get Oates back on the pitch and McLaughlin back on the pitch, we won't know that. And I don't think there's been a game so far this season where we've had everybody available. And you can't underestimate when you lose going to the Bradford game, and you're already without your leading scorer. then you lose Hawkins, then you lose McLaughlin, then you lose Quinn as a result of the Barrow game. It's a big setback. And, you know, I didn't see Bradford with 4 players out last Tuesday. I saw him with a full side, leading scorer out there, centre half and everything, and that's the difference between the two teams.
While we speak about injuries, the 3 players who are out, off the top of my head, is it still a similar time frame for the trio? McLaughlin, Harbottle and Oates?
Yeah, Harbottle and McLaughlin, not quite sure. There'll be a few weeks, but Oates is coming on well. If everything goes according to plan, he'll join in training, full training this week, maybe Wednesday with us. First time contact. We'll obviously be very, very cautious with that. And then we're going to see when the Papa John's game is. And we've got Notts County in the Notts Senior Cup away. And then you never know, we might get him on the bench for Hillsborough.
Could he play in that Senior Cup game against Notts County? I think that's next Monday, isn't it? Not this coming Monday, the week after?
Yeah, I think that's down for the 28th, and then we thought the Papa John's was a week before, but Everton have come and said, can we play the following week, which we can't play the 2 in the week. So we're going to have to sort the fixtures out.
What significance do you put on a clean sheet today? We've not mentioned that.
No, important. You know, we've gone to Barrow and got one last week in very different circumstances than today, but always good for confidence. And that's what when you come away from home, that's the first thing. You know, here Quinny in the dressing room before the game. Clean sheet today, lads. Clean sheet. And I think we've got a fair chance of nicking a goal. If we can keep clean sheets, I think we always create chances.
In a funny sort of way, did it feel at times like a home match today because the travelling fans were in fine voice, almost 1,200 of them?
We couldn't believe it. First of all, the number to come up, you know, it's taken us 2 hours to get up here and everything, and on the back of the run that we've had, sort of 3 out of 4 league defeats, to come in those numbers and back us as the way they did, incredible. And that's as, you know, for everybody in the dressing room, but for everybody today out over there to get the 3 points and send them home. You know, we've lost too many games lately.
Thanks, Nigel. Well done.
Thank you.